Let me check. Okay, let me move this. Probably. I think the window's good. Try. Or no, wait, actually. Hello, everyone. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well on Kibo. Thank you for joining stream. Thank you for the Pikachus. Right now, I'm just kind of waiting to see if anybody else is going to join stream. God, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've streamed overall. Why is that? Why are you salty about Genshin? Now you've got me curious. Ooh, that sounds rough. Sorry to hear that. Hey, Shaman. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a... I don't know how to put it. The one when your efforts to be in vain. No, I totally get that. No, I get that. Absolutely. You're just chilling in Final Fantasy 14 waiting for party. Well, how long has the wait time been then? In that case. Because I imagine a wait time for a party like that, it shouldn't be that long. Should it? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Over an hour. Is that normal or is that longer than usual? I assume it's longer than it usually is. Oh, that's normal. Oh, okay. That's fair. The Genshin meme regarding Monsieur Nouvellette. Sounds like a pretty funny meme. Some don't let you, most people don't do them. Ah, okay. So let me check my VTuber. Let me adjust the sensitivity a bit. I think that should be better. There we go. That's much better. Oh god, stream chat, what are you doing? Do that. Put you about here. We now turn to the judgment of the autrice mécanique Annalise Cardinal. Oh, you know what? I think I know what you're talking about. I saw one of those memes. It was actually pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I gotta give it that. It's pretty funny. Not really messaging a lot of people tonight. I just want to see if people are gonna like naturally come over. Maybe. Who the hell knows? I don't. Apologies if I sound kind of tired. I apologize. I do sound a little tired. Not in the I'm about to fall asleep tired, but just tired in general. Right, streaming with some chatting and okay, Star Rail. That should be fun. Yeah, that should be fun. I'm not sure like what time you're streaming, but hopefully I'll be able to catch that. Yeah, I'm just mentally tired. I am just wiped. Because there's, you know, there's just a lot of stuff in my life that's been going on. And I'm not particularly a fan of it. 22:30. 3. Yeah, I can make that. I can make that. Let me try something. Like no wait. Probably filters. I'm pretty sure it means something else, but that's pretty funny. I gotta give you that. That's pretty funny. Maybe it's blending mode. Or no, I guess not. It's a bit better. No, I appreciate that a lot, Kibo. I really do. So I guess I'll just start with... Well, actually, let me adjust my levels a bit here. Is that better? Is that better for everybody? Or I'm going to do a little lower? About there, maybe? I think about there is good. It's just peaking a little bit above the yellow. Not too much. Okay. So recently, and unfortunately, this one time, and it's probably like a few days ago now, my car wouldn't start. Like, for some reason, I got in my car, put the key in the ignition, you know, turned it a few times. Like, it worked once initially, but then some, like, gust of air got into the fuel pump or something, like one of the fuel. I don't know how cars work, but that happened, and it stopped the car. Like, it just stopped the car. So I turned the key the other way, pulled it out, because I had this happen before. This did happen to me before. So then I put the key back in the ignition, kept turning it, kept trying to turn it, wouldn't start. So at that moment, I had to call my mom and let her know that my car wouldn't start and that I needed someone to pick me up. And she said, okay, I'm on my way. And she got me home. And then the next day, she had someone come by Costco, the place where I work. Or, no, fuck it. They came by, towed my car. It's probably back in my place, or not here where I live, but at my mom's place. Probably, I assume. So, you know, that was nice of him, at least. So, from what my mom heard, or actually, from what the tow truck guy told my mom, the issue is probably, it has to do something with air getting into probably the fuel port or something like that. I don't know. So now we're rethinking our options, and either they're going to throw a couple more $1,000s into fixing the car, or they're thinking about getting me a new car. And she told me I need to be very patient because, like, new cars nowadays are very expensive. And the one thing I did tell her is that my preference is very much for a smaller, like, build of car. Yeah, come to find out, I'm a fan of smaller bodies for cars. Mainly because I feel it would be easier driving in a smaller car rather than driving it around in like I don't know, like in a, not a sedan, but like a like a minivan maybe, something like that. Just literally anything that's smaller than a pickup truck, because I don't want to fuck around with pickup trucks. That is correct, Kibo. It's not the size that matters, it's how I use it. That is absolutely correct. God. So that's going on, and as a result, my mom is stepping up and helping me out, taking me to work, and my grandma's also going to be helping me out. Actually, she helped me out today with laundry. I texted her, let her know what happened, and to come by to pick up my laundry, and she got it done. Kibo, you're doing a great job, and I appreciate it. I really do. What my mom also said is that my stepdad is in a similar situation, but it's not as dire. Right? It's not as dire of a situation, but yeah. I'm gonna need a new vehicle. So that's probably the main reason why I have this new background here. Nothing fancy to it. Just a simple animated background. Actually, there is a second reason to that, and I'm gonna try to get into it. The second reason is because I don't even know how long it's been. Yeah, you know, you're right, Shaman. Simplicity is absolutely key. Simplicity is absolutely key. And the fact that I made my original background so damn complicated when it didn't need to be, it's kind of stupid on my part. I'm not gonna lie. Just a little bit. That's on me. I thought it would at least be nice to have a painting in the background. You know, have the background look nice. But no. I think this is a bit. I'm probably gonna be sticking with this until. Okay, let me get into what happened. So back in actually let me do this real quick just to make sure I'm not just to make sure I don't Okay. So back in August, I recently met what I assumed was another like VTuber artist. Not like a artist that's also a VTuber, just like an artist that makes stuff for VTubers. And you know, I confided in them how like all of the art that I got from this artist and this other artist, they were not up to my standard. But yeah, I absolutely feel like I got scammed out of a bunch of money. So then I paid this particular artist. I'll just say this right now. Artist in quotation marks. I paid this particular artist. And let me just make sure I'm running the numbers here correctly, because currently I'm having to report like half of my purchases from this particular artist, and I'll get into it shortly. No point. Okay. And then Okay. I spent a... Oh, no, wait. I need to convert that. It's the other way around. Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah. I spent a total of $683.17 on this, again, artist in air quotes, because I confided in them. I thought they would be trustworthy. You know, they showed me previous work that they had done, and I spent all of that money on a new PNG, new animated background, emotes, animated emotes, and mouth shapes for my PNG tuber, because they charged extra for that. So then all of this came to a head after this VTuber followed me, a new one, and they said, hey, this particular artist you're talking about is a bot. So then what I proceeded to do was essentially, report like 2 of the 4 payments that I made to the bot. Let the bot know, stupidly enough, but kind of just went with the VTuber in particular in regards to like talking to the bot, just trying to see what would happen. Eventually, the bot posted something where they were essentially trying to emotionally manipulate me into feeling bad about what I was doing. Even though, like, honestly, I'm stupid. I'm just gonna admit this right now. I'm not perfect. I feel stupid for having put my trust in a damn bot, for paying that much money to an artist, to a bot that I thought was an artist. Now, thank you for the suggestion, Shaman, but I've already spent my money on Etsy on this background right here, as well as other assets, but I don't really feel like implementing them in an OBS at the moment. I just feel burnt out, really. I just feel absolutely burnt out over everything that happened. And I just feel... God. Yeah, I feel stupid because of what I did, obviously. And I wish, you know, things would have gone much differently, obviously. And that's absolutely great for you, Kibo, that you're your own artist and you're able to do all this by yourself. That's great. But I am not that. I can't draw for shit. And I'm just putting my hands up right now and stating the fact, like, this PNG model was literally made by another artist. And you know what? I'm absolutely happy with what they made from it. I'm happy with the results, essentially. Now, the good news is that I am going to get a new PNG model. That's the good news. And it's going to be made by the same artist who made this one. And you know what? At the time, it was particularly awkward for that artist, especially because I was kind of like, telling them to hurry up and make the damn thing. Although, like, not exactly like that. Like, the particular circumstances, it was very much I just needed it to be done so that way I could be able to use it in my streams. And I was, you know, I'm I kind of made him a bit anxious by telling him to, you know, hurry it up, let me see the thing. Not in like a I rushed him. That's basically what happened. I rushed my own artist to get this done. But now you know, I've turned back to him and, you know, apologized for what happened and just let him know, you know what, take as much time as you need on the model. I'll be waiting, you know. So everything's, you know, everything's good now. Everything's good. And you know what, he's busy with his own commissions and I respect that. I absolutely respect that. And at one point, okay, so this is a little bit funny. This is a little bit of a funny anecdote. When I received all of the assets that the, again, in air quotes, artist sent me via email, I showed my artist PNG in question. And I just told him the only thing I needed to do is to just make something that looks much better than what this artist made. And I already know you're going to do a fantastic job at it. Because, like, that's how much confidence I have in him. That just shows how much confidence I have in my own artist. Because I know the quality of work that he is able to put out. Like, no questions asked. It's very much a... I just have full confidence in my own artist. That's all it really is. Now, in regards to the background, I don't think I want to... The background, I'm still thinking about that. For right now, what I have behind me, that's going to be temporary. Just for the time being, you know. But I do have someone in mind. I'm just not going to say at the moment. Or actually, there's been a couple of artists. There's been a couple of artists on my radar that I've thought about messaging and asking them, hey, would you like to make a background for my stream? That'd be really dope. Really awesome to see. But yeah, this particular background is probably the most, I'll say, realistic. Just regarding the circumstances. At the moment. Now, the main reason as to why I sunk all this money into trying to get new assets for my stream, I just want my stream to be of better quality. Moonflower, welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well. We're kind of just chatting at the moment. This is very impromptu, I'll admit. But I was basically talking about the fact that, oh no, of course. That's totally fine. If you're just popping in, that's great. But yeah, I was basically talking about where I've been. I think to sum it all up, my car won't start, so now I'm having to rely on my mom to take me to work and back. And I sank a bunch of money into a, in air quotes, artist, but they turned out to be a bot. And now I'm thinking about which other artists I could potentially turn to in regards to making a new streaming background. Oh no, indeed. Oh no, indeed. Yeah. Yeah, my luck's just been kind of shitty as of late. I won't lie. Half of it's my fault, half of it's not. I'm just trying to make the best of it. Now, granted, as a result of me not being able to find any time to stream, I just haven't felt like wanting to stream. Half of it's because I've been busy, other half has been, or no, actually, okay. Part of it has been lack of motivation, part of it's been anxiety, part of it has just been a busy work schedule. It's just been very rough for me. It's been very rough as of late. Thank you so much for the hugs. Thank you. I appreciate that immensely. Thank you again. That really means a lot. Now, I guess in regards to my plans for streams like this in the future, instead of streaming in the afternoon, I'm going to try to stream more in the evening. I'm going to emphasis on try. Drake, Ignielsen, thank you so much for the follow. You absolutely incredible dragon. Thank you so much. And just to let you guys know, Drake has a magazine on his coffee. So if you want to pick that up, Drake, welcome to chat. Oh my gosh. I hope you're doing well today, because I'll be honest, I wish I could be doing better. Just I've just been generally talking about everything that's been going on in my life currently. Just to summarize, my car basically doesn't want to run anymore. Mom had it towed back to her place, I assume. Now she's thinking about whether to spend a couple $1,000s on repairing it or getting me a new car. And I spent a bunch of money on a, in air quotes, artist, thinking that they were an actual person, but it was actually a bot. And I reported like a couple of my charges on the bot. And blocked the bot as well after they tried to emotionally manipulate me. So hopefully either I'll get my money back or I just move on from it. Shit like this is gonna happen. It is what it is. I'm not particularly proud of myself just because of what I did. Yeah. It's been a rough week for me too. But yeah, no, I completely understand you being tired. I completely get that. Have to fish slap you if you fall for another bot. Yeah, no, honestly, Shaman, if you want to slap me like I'm in a Monty Python sketch, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you for wanting to do that. And thank you so much for the hugs, Drake. Seriously, every single person in this chat, you're all amazing. All right? And here's a unique situation. When I tell all of you that you're awesome and you're amazing, I don't say that to pander, right? Like, I actually mean that because of the fact I have interacted with every single one of you at some point, and you've shown me your true character. Like, you've shown me who you really are as a person, and you're amazing. Like, every single one of you are just amazing people. Seriously, I mean that. I stand by my words. I'm so grateful to have met and talked with every single one of you. Seriously. Inflation slap you. I know you will. Dead by Daylight? Not a chance. I'm sorry, Shaman, but right now, given the fact that my computer is only like slightly better than a potato, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to be completely honest. Now, granted, you could just say, well, you could just play on like lower graphic settings. Trust me. I've tried to do that once. I tried. Yeah. Absolute mood. Yeah. My computer is only slightly better than a potato. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, Drake, I've heard your mic. But I do genuinely hope that at some point you'll be able to upgrade your microphone at some point. Right now, while I have a Shure SM7B, you could absolutely get an amazing mic for only like $100. You just got to get like an Audio-Technica AT2020. Like, that's a really good microphone at a pretty cheap price. Although, you might need to spend a bit more money to upgrade your audio setup if you don't have like a audio interface or anything like that. I'm not sure. That's just me spitballing. Yeah, I know, right? That's the SM7B. This is top of the line content creator microphone type shit. As for the audio interface itself, I just have a Universal Audio Volt 2. Now, this is the same company that makes like it's like the higher end, like the Apollo. Yeah, they make like the Apollo audio interface, which is like over 10 bands. So there's no way I'm gonna be able to afford that, but just the Universal Audio Volt 2 for me, that absolutely works. But alternatively, you could probably get an Arturia Minifuse 1. That's only $100. So easily, just with those two things alone, you're looking at having a $200 audio setup. And again, that's me not accounting for the different cables that you have to get. Not necessarily for like the Arturia, but just like an XLR cable. And also a amplifier, a preamp. I have an amazing boyfriend that feels the need to gift you things even if told no. Yeah, I know. I need to stop giving you things because then you'll feel like you need to give me something. But Shaman, you don't need to. You really don't, because just having you in my life is enough of a gift. Oh, you got a Sennheiser on your wish list? Oh god. Which model which microphone model? Okay, now you got me. Okay, now you got me down the rabbit hole of audio equipment, and I'm not gonna shut up about it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna get you things and you can't stop. I know, Shaman. I can't stop you. I know, but I'm just letting you know that you don't need to if you don't want to. Okay, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Let's see. I guess the one piece of input I'll give in regards to like, I know you do, I know, but the thing is that like, if I asked you to get me something, it'd probably be something like Sennheiser profile. Oh, let me, you have it on like a throne? Let me look. Cause I need to add you on throne. Sennheiser profile. Okay. Let me look this up just to see what it looks like. Okay. Drake, let me give you, oh, especially after the pajamas and stuff. Yeah, no, I totally get that. But again, Shaman, you don't have to if you don't want to, but trust me, if you ask me what if you ask me what kind of gifts I want, there's a good chance I'm probably gonna say I want the Sennheiser 600s, or I want the same mask MF Doom has, or like a Motorola Razr V3, or just like something like just anything expensive. So no, I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm just gonna be like, oh, you could just some biscuits or like tea or something like that. Like that's totally fine. Tea and biscuits are perfectly acceptable gifts. That one because of the USB-C connectivity, and that's the only plug I have empty on my current hardware and next to my phone too. I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and I totally understand getting a profile USB microphone. Like, I do get that. No, I totally understand that, but Drake, just from experience alone, me personally, I genuinely feel like you're gonna need to invest a little bit more money into your setup. Just mainly because of the fact that XLR microphones give you a much higher quality than USB microphones. Now, there are USB microphones out there that are perfectly serviceable. Absolutely. But XLR, regardless of how much time you need to put into setting everything up and shit like that, which, listen, there is a lot of time and effort that gets put into stuff like this, but just from my experience alone, XLR is absolutely worth it. You need to put in like a little bit more money into your audio setup. She's a Razer headset with mic to talk, saves on space. Yeah, no, I totally get that. That's, again, everyone's different in regards to their circumstances. I haven't done the comparison to the specific one on par with XLRs. I mean, that's pretty good. But, like, the thing is, and I looked at the profile, is that it's not really the kind of mic that you could, like, just have in front of your face. It very much looks like one of those microphones that you kind of need to pick it up and then talk into that. I don't know if that's what you're going for, or if you're... I'm not sure about that, because, like, it looks very much like a desktop microphone, if that makes sense. But you're... Moonflower, you're absolutely right. There are everyone's circumstances are different. You know, I did used to have XLR microphones myself, studio version, but that's a tick on price. Yeah, that's again just for the okay. No, I get what you're saying there. Well, the thing is that, like, for the longest time, when it came to, I'll say that, like, my early YouTube career, I very much had a blue snowball. That sigh is absolutely personal. Okay. What I'll say this much, right? When I was younger, when it came to music, when it came to my early YouTube career, I had a blue snowball microphone. And that was perfectly serviceable until it stopped working. And so eventually my mom decided to give me her old audio interface, which was it was a Focusrite Scarlett Pro, I think. And that was perfectly serviceable. That was great. That was absolutely fantastic to use at the time. And the microphone I got was an Audio-Technica AT2020, and I used the fuck out of that. And that's actually the same microphone. That is the same microphone that Shaman now uses in his live streams. No, actually, he uses the same audio interface and microphone that I gave him. Another funny thing is I have an extra audio interface, the Arturia Minifuse 1, that I'm thinking about giving to Kibo. Shaman is Shaman, he tends to stream at night where he is, but then it's morning for me, I think. And plus he mainly likes to stream whenever he wants. Right now he's mainly streaming Final Fantasy 14. So if that's your bag, yeah, feel free to give him a follow, feel free to watch him. It's fun. And I'm happy to see him happy. That's the main thing for me. I'm happy to see him happy. All right, Kibo, what are you gonna send me? but yeah, I was legitimately thinking about at one point. My mods did suggest me the Snowball Ice model. Ooh, the blue Snowball Ice model. Okay. Let me look that one up. As a between model. Okay. No, that makes sense. Snowball Ice. You know what's funny? You know what's funny, Drake? I think this is the same one I used. This is the same blue Snowball I used. Or I don't know. Okay, what's happening? Oh no, I've been gotcha clubbed. Yeah, Drake, I think that's the same blue Snowball that I used. It's been so long. It has genuinely been so long. I can't remember. Oh my gosh. Kibo, how could you? Okay, I'll share it. Give me a sec. I've got it opened up. I've got it opened up right now. So let me get this open. This is son of a bitch. Actually, let me move the window capture up here, because I just realized. Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's pretty funny. I say I find it funny mainly because like whenever you think about like Gotcha Club, or when I think about it specifically, I'm seeing like okay, now I'm stumbling over my words. Okay. Oh god, here's the one. If you've ever watched The Click or One Topic, they have videos covering the Reddit of this game and some of the cringe memes that come out of it. Look, Kibo, I genuinely appreciate. Yeah, I watch them too sometimes. Absolutely. Oh, how the design works. No, I totally get that. The only thing you need to change really, Kibo, is to just make the hat red. That's all. That's all it is. But yeah, I watch them too. That's mainly what I think of when I think of Gotcha Club now. So, just cringe memes. just absolutely cringe memes. Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with cringe memes. I mean, at some point in our lives, we were all cringe. At some point in our lives, we were all absolutely cringe. Honestly, I think cringe is just a fact of life now. Great, now I'm even cuter. Oh gosh. Another thing is that like the shirt design is supposed to be like a record, like a vinyl record on it with like a yellow sticker, I think, in the middle, if I remember right. But aside from that, this works. This works considering the limitations, I assume. Oh gosh. The snowball USB. I think the snowball is a USB-B model. I'm not entirely sure. I'll admit I have no idea. What secret farm are we talking about here? Wait, what do you mean? Now I need to move you there. Not really sure what the form is, but you know, it sounds interesting. I'll say that. Ooh, you know what? Let me try something here. Let me do this. It's gonna be over stream chat. Okay, give me a sec. Crop. No, I only need this to be here. Let me move you back down here. Uh-oh. Hang on. I think I fucked up. This one's supposed to be cropped. Something like that. Try about there, maybe. This current hardware has openings for Type Bs and all are occupied in SWI Type C. Okay. No, that absolutely makes sense. In regards to the Type C, what I would actually recommend get yourself a USB Type-C hub, just so that way you have more USB devices to plug into. That's probably the best advice that I could give. Get yourself a USB hub first, and then look at your options. But yeah, me personally, because the thing is that, like, yeah, USB hub. Yeah, I'd absolutely recommend getting a USB hub. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, my USB hub that has about 7. My USB hub has about 7 USB ports that I could use to plug in more stuff. Thank you for the clarification. Thank you for the clarification, Shaman. USB hub, not corn hub. Sorry about that, Drake. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That looks better. I'll show the screen again. Yep. That looks way better. That looks way better, Kibo. Thank you. Yay! Mike's secret form. Oh, it's a... Oh, okay. I mean... I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that. I had no idea. But that's... I'm not gonna show it on screen, just in case. But thank you. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Actually, let me... I do this. And just see what happens. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Kibo. You do have to defend yourself against crazy fans, but right now I don't really have... I don't think I have any crazy fans. I think that's probably good news for me, if I'm gonna say that. Just no crazy fans on my end whatsoever. So at least there's that. Oh. Sounds wild. That absolutely sounds like a wild time. Just using a mic stand to defend yourself. And also, chat, I might not be able to show you what my computer looks like, but I'll say this much. I have a bisexual flag patch on the computer case. So it's pretty neat. That's just neat. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Whew. Buffet sexual. That's pretty funny. I gotta give you that one. I'll say this much when it comes to my expectations for this community at the very least. I want someone who is new to the community to know that this is very much a safe space for them to be themselves and to know that they are loved, they are beautiful, and they are valid. And recently I've had to... Yeah, no. I'm not going to give you credit, Kibo, but... That's a pretty funny line from Miss Lala. I will say that. But yeah, in regards to this community, I do want someone who is new to know that this is a safe space. They're welcome here. They're loved here. They're they're just and in the mothership. They just know that they are safe. They are safe here and they are welcome here and they are loved here, basically. But I do admit that there is a part of me re-examining this goal and realizing that at some point there is going to be a bad apple or two. If I'm not saying it will happen, I'm just saying that like at some point there might be a bad apple that slips in through the cracks. And if that does happen, I need my community to let me know. And to just and for me to let that bad apple know they're not welcome here. They aren't welcome here. Because of how hateful and dismissive and ignorant that they are to every one of us in this chat, while we're all, completely different in our sexualities. We're just trying to live our life and to just find some semblance of normalcy in this world of chaos. If all that makes sense. Exactly, Kiva. We just want to exist. We just want to be treated like everybody else. Yeah. So I do hope that everyone here feels safe in my community and that if something bad is happening, to let me know. Don't be scared or intimidated to let me know. Okay, Moonflower. We'll see you soon. Have a good night. By the way, Drake, even though you haven't reached your like goal as of yet, I have no doubt in my mind that you're going to look amazing. I already know for a fact your new model's going to look amazing. I'll say that much. All walks of life are welcome here as long as respect is given and nothing illegal is done. You're welcome here. Absolutely. Yes. That's awesome. That's awesome, Drake. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that you're proud of your model. I already know for certain it's going to look awesome. I know that much. Seriously. Even though I've seen the boots. Like right now, it's just the boots. But those are some sick boots. Those are some really sick boots. All right? Those are awesome. Those are awesome boots. You know what they say about boots. Those boots are made for walking. Yeah. And the dragon tail? Even more fire. Even more fire. Come on. Come on now. Of course. Hey, Kibo, what's your funny story? I want to hear this. This should be interesting. Also for Moonflower and Shaman, I do apologize if you didn't see a lurk message. I'm gonna try to implement that once I've reinstalled Mix It Up. I'm gonna see what I can do about that. So, my apologies. Again, it's been a while since I streamed, so I want to get back into this so much, but the thing about streaming is that you have all these different ideas. You have all these different things that you want to stream yourself doing, but your only limitation is your hardware. That's what I have kind of found to be the case. Simply because of the fact that my gaming computer, I got my gaming computer in 2019, and the only upgrade it's really gotten was like new RAM. Okay, let me read this. Well, let me do that. Okay. I made a return to Amazon through UPS because the Muay Thai shorts I bought to use for pajamas were too small. I did tell the lady working what it was, and she said, I don't ask anymore, as one lady returned a 15-inch dragon pleasure toy from Bad Dragon. Last time I ever asked that. We got there. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Kibo, furries are everywhere. At this point, furries are everywhere. We gotta accept that. God damn it. Oh, yeah, no, at least it wasn't 19 inches of venom. Yeah. God, that's so fucking funny. Oh, gosh. Okay. Let me get some water real quick. I'll be right back. It'll just be like a couple seconds. All right, I'm back. I just needed to clear my throat. And bed is 3 a.m. Okay, Shaman. Have a good night. Oh my god. Deep cock galactic. Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, you have a good night, Shaman. I'll see you around. Yeah. Yeah, he's in the UK. I think you probably guessed that by now, Drake. Okay. what I was gonna say is, ooh, you're making level up instant ramen for dinner. That's nice, Kibo. It sounds very unhealthy. I'm sorry, but that's nice. That's nice. Oh god. What I was going to say is, I really want to get back into streaming. I'm not gonna lie, I really want to, but like, there's not really a ton of ideas I've been able to come up with that work within my current PC setup, if that makes sense. Because, you know, I've got a computer that's only slightly better than a potato, and there's not a lot of games I could play on it. Stardew Valley, I mean, sure, I could play that, absolutely, but just, that's really about it for the moment. Maybe I could get back into Power Wash Simulator. I could probably do that. I think it's very much just a matter of trying to figure out what's going to work. You could do a Rakugo story stream. I could design you a yukata. You know what? That's actually a really great idea for a collab. And it would give me a chance to finally play the Genshin playlist that you sent me. I've still got it saved. I've still got it saved to my Spotify. So I would absolutely love to do that at some point. That is a great collab idea. We just need to, you know, figure out planning and shit like that. We just need to plan things out. I think your best bet at this point would probably be early December, because I don't really have any collabs planned for then. Because, like, there was 2 other people that I was trying to talk to and see if they'd be willing to collab. You know, you could always do indie games. They never take a lot of RAM. Yeah, that's also true. But but I would also need to find an indie game that's low on RAM, but also at the same time fun to play. You know what I mean? Shaman, if you ever do find any indie games that are fun to play, but also don't take up a lot of RAM, you're more than welcome to send me any links, and I'll probably download it. You know what? Even though, shit, I'm trying to think. Even though I don't really stream on Fridays, I could probably do like a indie game Friday, maybe? Like after work, if I have work on that day. Like, I could probably do something like that, maybe. Supergiant says Hades. All the chill is art games. I'm not literally sweating, but in my mind, I feel like I feel like I'm sweating, because I'm not sure if I want to, but at the same time, I'm just not sure. Because again, I'm very much worried about overall performance, because the problem with streaming games, especially on a computer like mine, is that you have to take into account how smoothly the stream is running, in addition to how well the game is running, both at the same time. it's that is like not one of the main reasons as to why I haven't been streaming that much. Okay, there's like a couple reasons. One being, I haven't been able to find the time. I really want to, but I just haven't been able to find the time. Another is, even when I do find the time, even when I'm free to do it, I just feel not really all that motivated to stream to begin with. And then third is like a lack of stream ideas that don't really work with my computer setup. Did that make sense? Because trust me, when it comes to stream ideas in general, I've got a few. Obviously, this Twitch channel has over 50 followers now, which is kind of insane to think about. But realistically speaking, because of everything that's been happening with Twitch, I don't feel like wanting to be an affiliate anymore. I just don't. I'm perfectly fine not having affiliate or partner or anything like that. Because, yeah, it would be nice to make money from Twitch, but like I wouldn't really be getting that much money because of the fact that right now, as a streamer, I'm very small. I'm small fry compared to everybody else. It just wouldn't be beneficial. It wouldn't be beneficial to me. And keep in mind, I say this knowing that my main goal in streaming is not money, but it's community. Like, that's what I want out of streaming more than anything, is to just have a very welcoming community. There is this one other VTuber. Oh, hang on. Let me get this closer to my face here. There we go. There is this one other VTuber I talked to recently about my just streaming aspirations, I'll say. It's Fujikawa Risuke. He's a Kitsune VTuber. And I really like being around him. I like I like the advice that he gave me. Because what he asked me, how much of myself do I really want to put out there? And I really had to sit with that. I really needed to sit with, like, how much of myself do I really want to put out there? Because I absolutely want to put myself out there as much as I can. But the problem is that as a VTuber, and I think this goes for every single other PNG tuber right now, if I'm going to be completely honest, this is nothing against the streamer, this is nothing against their design. This is very much just a fundamental flaw in the, I'll say, like, the VTuber scene as a whole, right? Because when you're a VTuber, your design needs to be the focal point. And that's assuming you don't want to go into real life streaming. And in my case, that's not really something I'm looking to do. At least personally, right? And listen, if I took these headphones off right now, I would absolutely be the focal point because I'd be an alien. People would know that I'm an alien. It would be obvious, but I'm not going to do that because I had headphones on. I have headphones on because I need to listen to, I need to listen to some music. I need to listen to my own voice and make sure that everything is working and that there's no there's no latency, basically. But if I do this, then it absolutely becomes a focal point. Oh, hang on. Okay, where's my... Turn that... I don't want to... Okay, yeah. Because this model absolutely... Like, there's more to the model than just me having headphones over the ears, right? There's more to me than just the headphones and the hat and the glasses. Well, the glasses, I have to wear them because, look, it's their prescription, okay? Their prescription because I need to wear them. I need to feel like I'm able to live with them, if that makes sense. Because given my design, I'm the focal point. I become the focal point by not having my headphones on. But the problem is that I'm not able to hear my voice. I'm not able to hear the music. I'm not able to gauge whether or not everything is working in my stream. But then if I put my headphones back on, I put them on in a way where I only have like the left muff on. I have the left muff over my ear, while the other one kind of just sits at the back of my head a little bit. So then I do this. Now, does me putting my headphones on take away from the design? Well, no. Simply because of the fact you got a chance to see what my ears look like. You got a chance to see what the design as a whole looks like. I think what I'm trying to do, and again, all of this might sound absolutely crazy, but I'm trying to be a dynamic PNG tuber because of the fact, for the PNG tuber software specifically, I'm using VOD Mini. And in VOD Mini, I have a preset file where I have 3 different states. One is just hair, one is just the hat, and one is headphones. Right, so one state I'm just wearing my hat, the other one I'm wearing the hat and my headphones. And what I could do is switch between all of those to reflect basically what I'm doing in real life. I know how crazy all of that sounds. Believe me, I get it. But I kind of just want my PNG tuber to reflect what I'm doing right now, what I'm wearing right now. Now, granted, in real life, I'm not wearing a white t-shirt. That much is obvious. But when I get my new PNG tuber model, I am absolutely going to be wearing a costume. Okay, it's not perfect, but I have enough material to work with to where I'm wearing my own hat, got my own shirt, I got my own jacket. Now, I'm not going to go like all the way with jeans and shoes, although that is part of the design, granted, but I'm just, you know, I'm happy with what I've got. I'll say that. I'm really happy with what I got. So hopefully that whole explanation makes sense. Yeah, just the main reason why I'm wearing headphones, or the main reason why my PNG tuber is wearing headphones, is because I'm wearing headphones in real life. And if I want to take my headphones off, I'll have that reflect what PNG tuber is doing. It's nothing. Okay. I'm going to bring up another VTuber. This one is a furry VTuber. His name is Socks the Wolf. He used to be a game developer. Worked on a lot of games. He also worked on Fortnite. And his VTuber setup is absolutely insane. And his VTuber is a 3D wolf. Yeah. 3D wolf with fur and all. And yeah. Yeah, I think that's mainly why I have the furry tag, is because I watch Socks the Wolf seriously. He also does this thing on Mondays called Macro Mondays, where people basically like either gift subs or like give bits, or I don't know, spend channel points to make him like grow, to make like his model grow in size. I've seen part of your Dragon alt. I've mainly seen the tail, and I guess like the profile shot, if that makes sense. But yeah, no, absolutely no judgment at all. Seriously, I think what Socks the Wolf is doing as a VTuber is absolutely impressive. I gotta commend that man. Yeah, I haven't seen the full thing yet, but I imagine that it looks as sexy as you are. And I will say, a part of me does wish I have that set. Okay, you'll DM me. All right, I'll be waiting for that then. Okay, what I will say is, a part of me does wish I had that kind of setup, but at the same time, realistically, because of the fact I live in an apartment, right, I can't really pull anything like that off. And plus, you know, given how old my computer is, I can't really pull anything like that off in regards to software. And I imagine that given everything that Socks had to get, like, you know, mocap suit and like tracking software and having to work with Blender, or like, I just imagine that he had to invest a lot of money into that particular studio. A part of me wishes that I had that same kind of setup, but at the same time, I don't think I'd have the money or the time or just anything to really put. I would not be able to pull anything like that off. I genuinely wouldn't. The yukata design? I'm sorry. But Hebo, this looks beautiful. Black and the gold and the purple inseam. That looks gorgeous. Yeah. Drake, I have, okay, the picture you sent me, I have seen this. I have seen this before, but just not the full model. I think, yeah, what you're referring to, I have seen that. That's, sorry for not clearing it up earlier. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good. Let me see here. Oh, Kibo. The amount of detail that you put into your work is outstanding. Seriously, Kibo. The amount of work, the amount of detail you put, or the amount of detail you put in your work is outstanding. And I greatly respect you for that. Seriously. It's just beautiful. Okay, Shaman, I've seen your suggestions. I've played Escapist before. I've played Hotline Miami before. I've played Game Dev Tycoon before. Those 3 games I've already played. MMORPG Tycoon 2 and 1 Hour 1 Life. I'll think about that. I'll think about those 2. Yay! I have a design for festival season. This. Oh god, that's lovely. That is just. That is lovely, man. Shit. You know what? I have thought about this for a while. And I'm thinking maybe itch.io might have a game that kind of has that same pixel type of art style. Let me see. Yeah, 16-bit art style. That's what I mean. Online Suika game is a good one. Okay. What I will say in regards to which games I might want to play potentially, I don't want to play any horror games. I'm sorry. It's just I don't do well with horror. I'm mainly aiming for a overall chill vibe. So I don't know. Although I do say this as someone who did like playing Hotline Miami, the only problem is just the difficulty spike. Or just the general difficulty of that game in particular. It is... It has you on your feet. I will say that. It very much has you on the edge of your seat. It's like you gotta have a really sensitive, like, hair trigger to be able to just clear any of the levels. Oh no, I totally get that. And you know what? I did enjoy Hotline Miami for a time, but eventually I just couldn't get through a particular level. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it anymore. But that's just yeah, but that's just mainly me. That's just mainly me. That's all it is. Hmm. You know what? I could also go back to that one city building game I played like a few times. I could do that. That was also pretty fun. Right now I'm just kind of looking through itch.io to see if there's anything I can play. Okay, Shaman, have a good night. Love you. No, not City Skylines. It's a different one. No, not SimCity, not that one. If I had Steam open, I would be able to find it. No, not Transport Fever. Uh, give me a sec. Starts with H, I think? I don't know. Oh, no, it was a D. Okay. My bad. The game I was referring to, it was Dorfromantik. That's the one I was referring to. Dorfromantik. So I might go back to that one. I might. Yeah. Yeah. You know what the funny thing is that particular game is very strategic in the way that if you pair up one tile with another that has like a matching resource, it all sort of connects together. Hopefully that makes sense. So like for example, you got like a body of water, right? And then if you lay down a river piece next to that body of water, then you're able to build a river. Same thing with like crops. Like if you got one crop piece and then you got another one, you like rotate it around until both of those kind of match. It's something like that. It's something like that, basically. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Okay, we got 3 games that I've saved that I'll be able to play in the future. I want to see if I can get 5, maybe. Either 5 or 6, just to, you know, cover my bases. Let's see. Do that one. Also, Chad, I just want to let you know that I'm proud of you. Whatever it is you managed to get done today, you did a great job. You might be tired. You might be exhausted. You might feel like wanting to lay down. And I totally get that. But just remember, you did a great job today. I'm proud of you. You're awesome. I'm proud of you. Let's see. Thank you for the heart, Drake. Thank you. Let's see. Some more information. Not sure about that one then. Okay, I can download this one. That's good. I guess the main problem with my old schedule, I think it's mainly been, I don't know, like it's a good time to stream, but you don't really feel like you want to stream. I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird way of looking at it. And granted, at some point during that time in the afternoon, I get tired and I just really want to go to sleep. Whereas here at around 6, at least now I have, a bit more, maybe not motivation, but like a better reason. Like there's like less of a, it's like I have less of an excuse to be streaming at this hour because I got something to do. And if there's anything that I want to do later on that I feel like might be important, I'd have to do that later on. Like a couple more hours later. Basically. Okay, let's see. What's this one? You know what? Another idea that I had in particular for stream was, I think, getting into ASMR, but not really anything in regards to doing stuff like, I don't know, playing around with putty or something like that. Or just reading off of like a script. No, what I was thinking about was sort of looking up either articles or like looking through the Wikipedia of a particular music genre and then reading all of that information as a form of ASMR in like the sexiest, lowest voice possible. So that's definitely an idea I've been thinking about for some time. I feel like it might be, it'd be great ear candy, right? Because of the type of voice I could put on, but also it would be educational. As weird as it is for me to say that, it would be very educational. Because you get to learn about a new music genre. Now, of course, I'm going to try to have it be randomized by putting all the genres in like a wheel, spin it, and see what happens, you know? So that's a fun idea. That's a fun idea I've been like throwing around for a while. Try that. Okay. Let's see how many games we've got for stream. Okay, let me make a folder here. Games for... Oh, let me add the... There we go. So then what I'm going to do is open bookmark manager and move all of those to the folder in question if I can. Easy. It's absolutely easy. Open the folder. All the games are in there. Excellent. Let me look on Twitch. Okay. So for right now, I've managed to find a total of 9 different games on itch.io that at some point I could probably play for like an indie game on Fridays maybe. So that should be fun. Oh. Hold on. Make that 10. Yeah, make that 10. That is absolutely... Yeah, that's going in there. That is absolutely going in there. You know what? In regards to... I'll say some of my most recent beats. I'm really happy with how they came out. And I am especially happy with the fact that they sound so clear. They just sound absolutely high quality. They're not like Apollo Odyssey levels of... Okay. Okay, I have no idea what the name of the damn audio interface I was thinking of. Oh, God. Yeah, give me a minute. I swear I know what it's called. The Apollo Twin. Yeah, the Universal Audio Apollo Twin. Rated #1 in audio interfaces on Equipboard. Costs a shitload of money. It just... It's too much. Oh, it's too much. Or at least, like, it's too much money on Amazon. Right? Because right now, I'm looking on reverb.com. And... yeah, it's... Bro, it's... in the $1,000 range. So, I might have over-exaggerated a little bit when I said it was like cost 10 bands. No, it just costs a band. costs 1K. But still, that is a lot of money. Type of money that I just don't have. So, yeah. I'm sticking with my Volt 2 for right now. I'm really happy with how it sounds anyway. I'm really happy with the interface. I'm happy with how it sounds. And I'm especially happy with the vintage mode, because then it gives you like a little bit of distortion in your recording. And you can just do that on the fly from the audio interface itself. So that's, that's one pro. That's one plus for it. Another reason is because I'm finally able to plug in the my guitar cable and play guitar on it while still having my microphone plugged in. That is a godsend to me. Like, if you have an audio interface where you have two XLR slash 3.5 millimeter plugins, like if you have that kind of thing on your audio interface and it sounds quality, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love the shit out of it because of the fact I'm able to multitask with it. And I like multitasking. Okay, this is pretty funny. The beat I'm listening to right now in my stream beats playlist is a song called Call Me Daddy. Just as I opened up Spotify. But yeah, let me get some more water first, 'cause I'm parched. Ayo indeed, Drake. Ayo indeed. Like, I just opened up Spotify just to see what was playing, and it had that open. Oh god, that's so funny. That is just I don't know. I don't. You eat a plate of fuck me chicken. I have no clue if it does. Oh, but god, that's funny. That is so funny. Now I was just playing Malibu Drive, so you know, now we're just back to basics. And Kibo, I'm sure you missed this, but right now I have 10 games saved on my Google Chrome web browser in a separate file. So now I've got 10 different indie games that I can play on stream on Friday. Like, it's one of the ideas I'm thinking of, at least. Woo! Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So recently, I had my first ever collab with another VTuber. Just out of respect, I'm not gonna name who it is. Just, respectfully, because give me a moment. The collab with this VTuber did not go well, because during the collab in particular, I was basically just acting like a little gremlin almost the whole time. At one point, I read someone's message. They're basically saying they were going to go to bed and have a good night. And I said, have a good night. The streamer stopped and said, you can't be doing that. And it just came across as, well, they didn't say that I can't be doing that. They said you can't be reading a message before I read it first. And that very much threw me off. And then they said something to the effect of, like, I'm not your partner or something like that. And at that moment, I told him, you know what? That's my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do that. I was basically just trying to mediate the situation. Just to be like, okay, you know what? I was in the wrong. This is my bad. I didn't know. And then we went back into the collab. Now, it wasn't, I don't know. It wasn't even a full, like, 2 minutes. Or no, 5 minutes. It wasn't even like a full 5 minutes before I just felt like my mood was completely off after that. And I just told the VTuber, oh, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm feeling a bit off. And they said they could end the collab here right now because I've been making them feel uncomfortable. I think at that point, I think it was at that point where they said I was making them feel uncomfortable and that I wasn't their partner. That's where that came from. And that hurt. I'm not gonna lie. Hearing that hurt. And at one point, I was finally just like, you know what? I'm done. So I just ended the call, ended the game, removed them as my friend on Discord. Yeah, it kind of does. I'm not gonna lie. It does kind of sound like the same kind of person that Bafa dealt with back in the day. It really does. Because I just, like, I wanted to feel like I was being an active participant in the collab. You know what I mean? And in addition to that, the main mindset I had was I wanted to entertain their audience, right? I wanted their audience to feel like they're being entertained while I'm also having a fun time with them. I'm not sure if it is the same person. I'm not really sure. But it's interesting that you mentioned that particular detail. It is interesting. I will say that. So then, after all that, I console in Shaman because he was in the chat. He saw what was going on, telling me to calm down, and eventually I got around to writing an apology letter. He helped me out with like rephrasing everything I wanted to say. And that helped. Because right now I have yet to send the apology to this person, this VTuber, because I need to give us a couple of days, a couple more days just to cool everything down. Just basically not be aggressive towards each other. Because last I checked, I'm still following them. They're still following me. So I'm still able to message them on Twitter. So that's a plus. But later on recently, I added a little addendum. Because I talked to 2 other VTubers about what happened. Drake and Kibo, obviously, you two, and both of you in the chat. I consoled both of you about this, and I even talked to Risuke Kujikawa. I even talked to Kujikawa about this. I talked to every single person that I mentioned in the stream so far, and Kuji in particular. He definitely seemed to point out to the fact that, like, it seemed like this VTuber was full of themselves. At least that's what it seemed like to them. And I was like, yeah. And this is the interesting thing that he said. Unless this VTuber has, like, over 400k followers, they shouldn't be acting like that. They shouldn't even be acting like that, period. And I checked, and the VTuber in question has like 4,000 followers. And funny thing is, he even told me that, like, I shouldn't be apologizing simply because of the fact that I shouldn't be dealing with people like that. And he's right. He's absolutely right about that. But I want to walk away from this collab being the bigger person. Like, that's all. The very least that I could do is leave a positive impression. And to just let them know that, yes, Kibo, you did mention another crucial thing, and I'm going to get to that. So the one thing Kibo mentioned first, right? Out of everybody I talked to, Kibo was the one to mention this first. The VTuber never sent me any rules for the collaboration. There was never a single contract or anything discussed. Now, you could spin this and say, I never asked them if there were any rules to the collab. And that's perfectly reasonable. But again, they themselves didn't lay that out for me to begin with. Because, like, if they just told me the rules of the collab, this wouldn't have been an issue. And if there was, like, a particular rule I didn't agree with, then we wouldn't have needed the collab. We wouldn't have done the collab. And keep in mind, too, I'm willing to hold myself accountable for my behavior during the stream itself. But the VTuber in question, I feel, needs to also hold themselves accountable for not bringing up the rules to begin with. So then, after all of this consultation, just after talking about this with the both of you, I added the addendum, and I tried to come across as professional as possible, as much as I can. Yep. Contracts are absolutely important. Even when it comes to collabs. Absolutely. Just contracts in general are absolutely essential, because if you don't know the terms and conditions, if you don't know what you're getting into exactly, then you're basically kind of screwing yourself over. But yeah, I think we're going to send this apology. Sorry about that. I think I'm going to send this apology to them either Tuesday or Wednesday. One of the two. I'm probably going to shoot for Tuesday. Maybe. Yeah, I'm going to try Tuesday. See if that works. See if that works. Going and dry with a Vespa, Mandarina, Japonica, and Plasties Carnifex. Kibo, I've known you for about a year, and I have no idea what you're talking about. I really don't. I'm sorry. The going and dry part, I get that. But everything else, I'm just like, what? Okay. The Japanese giant hornet and executioner wasp. Okay. Oh Lord, the implications of that. Oh Lord. The implications don't sound good. They don't sound pleasant. They don't sound pleasant at all. Especially if you're going in dry. Oh, Jesus. And what I want you to keep in mind is Kuji actually said to me that I'm much nicer than he is. Yeah, those are indeed the right names. Okay. I'll take you at your word, I guess. But what I was going to say is, as Kuji said, I'm a lot nicer than he is. And, you know, he's not wrong. But, you know, the very least I could do is to just try to be professional about this. You know, assess the situation from an objective point of view and understand that, you know, the both of us were at fault to some degree. That's generally what I've done in this particular instance. And what I'm... Okay. Or in the case of Genshin, Zhongli gonna hurl a giant rock hard meatball at you. Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. Mm-hmm. You know what? We can only hope that the VTuber in question doesn't completely go batshit insane. That's all I'm gonna hope for. I just hope that they're a little more understanding than that. Because I'm trying to approach this from as professional of an angle as I can. Okay? I'm essentially trying to be the good guy here. I'm trying to be the good guy in this situation. The fact that my tone is more professional than theirs might be I don't. I just don't know what to make of him. I really don't. Okay. Let me put it like this. All right. I think I have something here. I have a feeling that this particular VTuber, and I'm not throwing around baseless accusations. This is solely based on what I have observed firsthand. Because of the way that they acted, when I read a chat message before they did, it very much seems like they are surrounded by yes men. I'm not even going to beat around the bush by saying that. They're surrounded by yes men. They're surrounded by the type of people who are not willing to hold them. They're basically not willing to hold their friend accountable, if that makes sense. Seriously. That's what I'm. Yes. You can absolutely say it's an assumption, and you're not 100% wrong. This is very much given my past, observations. Purely observations. Exactly. Yeah. They're surrounded by Gary cheerleaders. They're surrounded by people who are just there for the ride. They are there because of the fact that their friend has a bit of clout, has a certain amount of followers to their name. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being friends with somebody who has followers, who has clout. There's nothing wrong with that inherently. But if you as a friend aren't willing to hold that person accountable for when they fuck up, they're just gonna fuck up even more. Matter of fact, it's gonna give them that sense of, it's gonna give them an ego boost in that sense of like feeling as if they're untouchable. That is probably the worst. That is probably the worst kind of friend that you could have. Having a friend that isn't willing to hold you accountable. All right, Drake. It was really nice to see you in chat. I will say that. Hope you have a good night. Sleep well. Take care. And remember to love yourself. All right? It's important. It's really important that you love yourself. For the Akira and Yukari fan club from Kira. Yeah. Yeah, Kibo, I can absolutely see that. Absolutely. I can absolutely see that being the case. What I will say is, try. Drake, feel free to call me Dan. It's okay if you call me Dan. I'm totally fine with that. It's all good. Besides, my VTuber's name is Dan Kibo. When I say Kibo, I'm not referring to Kibo. I'm referring to Japanese word Kibo for scale. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, sleep well. Sleep well tonight. Sleep well tonight, Drake. You absolutely deserve the rest. The sleep. You deserve it. Kibo, what are you referring to? What are you insinuating there? Isn't a lemur obsessed with the feet of King Ju? I know what you're referencing there, and the fact that I'm old enough to know what that is, that makes me think I'm old. Fucking yeah, no, I get it. Oh, okay. No, I get that. Okay, no, I get that. I get that. I got it. I'm not obsessed with feet though. Just to make that clear. I'm not obsessed with feet. Like, if someone told me they were obsessed with feet, I wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't mind that. It's just not my thing. That's all it really is. It's just not me. You know what? I will say this about my new background and the way I have my chat set up. Fucking love that, by the way. The way that I have stream chat, just like have that here, but there's like oh, well, now it disappeared. God damn it. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. No. Here, can I send it? Okay, yes, I can. Just do a quick test. There it is. All right. I just need to do that real quick. Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of like you're, there's a sign on like a record shop. Although, I like to think of this particular background as like, I'm in the room of an apartment, maybe. And I'm kind of sleeping by the window, maybe. I don't know. Lore-wise, I'm going to say that this is very much me needing to apartment above the... Yeah! No, I like that. I like the idea. This is very much me needing to ask another friend who happens to own a record shop, hey, my ship, it's not running. I'm gonna need a place to stay for a while. And it'll be like, yeah, sure, no problem. And so, yeah, that's... God. This lore is just getting crazier and crazier, I'm not gonna lie. Although I kind of like to think of the chat as like being, I don't know, kind of like a hologram. That's like just above the plant, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, like our, oh shit. Okay. What I was gonna say is our aesthetics are completely different. So there is that. It's like I'm living in the future, whereas you're kind of still like in the modern day, but you know, you have the Japanese aesthetic to it. Because you're living in the, as you said, the traditional Japanese style house. Which I imagine looks very nice. Oh. Ooh, boy. The sooner the better. Oh, the sooner the better. Damn, there's Kibo. I respect you a lot when it comes to just the amount of art that you make for your streams. Just the fact that you're able to do all this by yourself, highly respect that. But yeah, no, I can see that. You kind of work a little too much, and I totally get that. But there's a lot of art pieces that we both wanted to see made in the past, and you've just never made them. But I mean, you know, at the same time, I don't want you stressing yourself out too much. Because the thing with stress is there's got to be, like, you know, a little bit of stress to where it motivates. Yeah, because you have so fucking many. You just have so many pieces and you're not able to get to all of them in time. But then something like Miss Lala's birthday comes up and you gotta be like, oh, no, I gotta make this piece for her. I imagine that the queue is very long. The long queue of pieces that you need to make is so long. And I don't blame you. You know what the funny thing is that it's like the scene from Yes, I know exactly what you're referring to. It's exactly like that. It's exactly like the chocolate factory scene from I Love Lucy. I totally get where you're coming from there. Ugh. But you know what the funny thing is? The person who made my PNG, come to find out, they make it a point to work on a commission a day. It's kind of insane to me, knowing that they're working on at least one piece of art a day. Now, granted, the main reason for that is because it's been the only viable source of income for them. But also because of just like bills and healthcare and stuff like that. So their circumstances are like that. And as a result, all they're able to do is work on art and to just make one piece a day. I'm not saying that that's what you need to start doing, Kibo. I'm not going to say that because every artist works differently. Everyone has a different process when it comes to their work. And I'm not saying that you like need to hurry things along. I'm not going to say that either. Because yeah, every artist has their different, they just work in different ways. Okay, you know, I'm gonna be right back. I just forgot. I need to do something that is viable. Or I need to do something that is important. And I forgot to do it earlier. Welcome back, Shaman. Yeah. Basically what he said, just work on things at your own pace. But what I'll also say is don't take too long, because there's a good chance you're going to end up working on a game that isn't even finished for over 8 years. I'll say that much. Work at your own pace, but don't take too long. I think that's the moral of the story here. Also, I just realized I forgot. I need to fill up my pillbox, so I might as well do that now. I've got all the meds here. It's pretty easy. Exactly. There's always a middle ground with these things. And I'm sorry that your body's been rejecting your sleep, but you know, you gotta. I don't know how else to put it. You really gotta work on that head of yours. You really gotta work on that sleep schedule or something. I need to get the sleepy stick. The fact that I know what Kibo is referring to exactly is insane to me. It's always gonna be insane. Yeah, I know. You've told me that before. It's just the meds. I get that. Pull out the gun night device. I don't even have a gun at this point. I think I just got the. I just have like the incomplete fucking bimbo ray. Or himbo ray. Sorry. Himbo ray. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but I'm just going to try. Ready? Yes, that is absolutely correct, Shaman. I might not have a gun, but I do have man titties. I'll say that. Boom. There we go. Yes, I have alien himbo titties when the himbo rays shot at me. All right, you ready? You're damn right they are, Shaman. You're damn right they are. Excuse me. Oh, cool with you two. You just need to go on an asexual date. Shaman, keep in mind, asexual dates are the easiest thing that you could pull off. Just buy Kibo some garlic breadsticks and then go to the bathroom. You're set. Oh no, absolutely. Any date will always be complete with breadsticks. Absolutely. I'm just referring to like the one of the jokes that I told the Barley the Burr once in their stream. And the funny thing is like they just said true. Not a bad thing. Stuck in the rain breadstick. Got rejected breadstick. Need a new transport ship? Breadstick. Okay. PP too small breadstick. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if breadsticks are gonna help with that PP there. I'm already taking meds for it, and looking at it right now, I'm sensing that I'm gonna need to get a refill at some point. You know what I mean? Just need to get another refill at some point. That's all. You know, it's kind of funny how life works, right? Because you're looking at it. I wish. I wish. God damn it. Okay. What I was going to say is funny. Life can be very funny sometimes because at the same time, I find out that the artist that I spent all that money on was a bot was also the same time that my car just wouldn't start, and now I'm having to use a background I bought off Etsy, which I see as being an apartment. Isn't it funny how life works? So now I'm gonna need to write in my lore that at some point during my streaming adventure, I went back home, tried to start the engine of my transport ship, and now it wouldn't start. And so what I would need to do now is get a new transport ship. Yeah, no, you're not wrong there. You did buy everything from Etsy. And it all looks really good. It does. I will give you that. It's just that for me, in an ideal world, I wouldn't be, spending all of that money on Etsy. I'd be spending it on, artists that deserve. I would be spending it on actual artists that genuinely deserve their attention. If that makes sense. In an ideal world. But, we're not living in an ideal world. It is what it is. I just wish things, turned out for the better. That's all it really is. Okay. Shaman, I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, you're not wrong there. Sometimes life is gonna flip the lever and take you down a different track, which I totally understand that. Now, if I can, I'm gonna invite you to a particular. Okay, never mind then. You know what? I'm just gonna send you the Discord tag if this person still has it. I don't know if they do. Right, streamer mode enabled. I forgot about that. Okay. After stream. Or no, wait, can I do it on my phone? Let me check. Because I know that, like, on PC, you can't show anything. But on my phone, yeah, okay. I'm gonna send you the Discord tag of the artist who made my PNG. There you go. And it'll only cost $60. That's with shading. That's with everything that I got. Seriously. Shout out to DG. Amazing artist. I can't recommend him enough. He's amazing. But he has a long queue. It's not a complaint. It just goes to show how great he is. How fantastic his work is. And I 100% believe in that. I 100% believe in him as an artist. So, there you go. There's my artist recommendation for reworking your PNG. Okay. As for this week, all I've got to worry about is just work for the next couple of days. It's going to be exhausting, of course, but I do appreciate my mom helping me out at the very least, getting me around. And thankfully, she is also going to let me know as to whether or not they're going to decide to either spend more money on the car I currently have or buy me a new one. I'm gonna try to be as patient as I can about it, but it's rough out here. All right, it really is. You know what? Everyone is pretty much going to be... Oh, God, how do I put this? Everyone is equally vulnerable to Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will absolutely go wrong. And I fully believe that. I do wish that there was other stuff that I could do in just chatting, but I'm not really gonna waste my hide reacting to videos or reaction content. Simply because I would need to go out of my way to... Okay. I've heard of Murphy's Law. What about Cole's Law? God damn it. Okay, I just got it. That's pretty funny. Nice one. Nice one there. You know the funny thing is, I was gonna retort. You know what's funny? I was actually gonna make a retort and say, yeah, I've heard of Cole's Law. It's basically the law that goes, if anything goes wrong, fix it with coleslaw. I think that's what I was gonna retort with, but nah, I already got the joke ahead of time. So, oh God. Oh. That wasn't even the punchline? Really? God damn it. If I had said no, but I already got the joke. So, joke's on you, I guess. I already got it. Don't think we're popping her down to get Cole's cash. Oh, that is funny. Oh gosh, that's funny. That. Woo. You two are just a bunch of rapscallions, aren't you? Damn. That is so funny. Oh, excuse me. Serious case of mind goblins? Yeah, I got phlegm. I know. Ah, god damn it. Mind goblin these nuts. That is a good one. That is a good one. Well, okay. More than I think about it, I do still like the idea of doing ASMR, but like doing research on a particular genre of music. I just need to spin a wheel, look some stuff up, and then read it back to chat in the sexiest voice possible. Granted, I could turn that into content by making like a mini documentary of sorts, but we don't feel like doing that. God damn it. Don't probe me. Oh, fucking hell. Look, Shaman, it's just something I've thought about. It's an idea I've thought about for a time, and I just have no idea if that would go particularly well, or if there would be like positive feedback or stuff like that. I don't know. And the problem is that, like, you know, as it is, just because of the fact that I started streaming again, there wasn't a ton of people that came by. You know what I mean? It was great while they were around. Absolutely. But just like, yeah, I'm sure there would be. I'm sure there would be. Absolutely. I'm just talking in regards to the reach. I'll put it like that. Let me put it like that. It's in regards to like the reach that my stream might potentially have. How about that? I mean, even though I have all these tags, like, I don't know. Even though my channel has all these tags, I don't know. It feels like you'd love to see me torture myself with horror games or rage games. Shaman, best believe I'm not gonna do that. And I'm gonna tell you a very personal reason as to why. And I know that I'm live. I know that if someone watches this VOD back, they're gonna get like a little more insight into who I am, but let me tell you a little story. At one point, I was working night shift at a local grocery store. On the second day, I got mad enough to where I took off my, probably like the vest that you get. Eventually I calmed down, got back to work, had a meeting with the general manager, and he said if given enough time, I'd be transferred to the front desk. And I'd be transferred, but only if I calmed down, if I stayed calm. And I was calm. Until the 7th fucking day. The 7th day I worked there, the supervisor, this one fucking guy, just kept antagonizing me because I wasn't working fast enough. And I was the one trying to stay calm, organizing boxes of cereal in the cereal aisle. And it was just like, you need to work faster. You need to work faster. What are you doing? You're going to get angry, maybe? You're going to do this? And I was just like, you know what? I quit. I don't need any of this. I don't need any of this. Now, the stupid thing is, I left the building first. Then I had to come back in just to grab my lunch and punch out. And I did that, then eventually went home and had lunch when I got home. I have not come back to that particular grocery store ever since. That is why I'm not playing rage games. Because I know that my emotions have led to me. They've led to me being in particular circumstances that are not beneficial to me. Right? Because of the fact I got angry at that job, at some point, I would be antagonized and pushed to my limit. I was pushed to my limit there. I was absolutely pushed to my limit. And I wasn't going to take that. And trust me, I did my best to tell my side of the story from the general manager, but they was like, nope, we're standing by our decision. That the supervisor had every right to antagonize you and that you did this to yourself. Which, early on, okay, I can agree with him on that. But at the same time, too, I also agreed to just stay calm and do my job. But that apparently wasn't enough. That wasn't enough for that guy. Just fuck that place. And fuck that general manager. Not the general manager. Fuck that supervisor. Fuck him. He did not make things any easier for me at that time. He did not make things any easier. So there you go. That's why I'm not gonna fuck around and play any horror games or rage games or anything like that. If I want to show you and my audience that I have changed as a person, fundamentally, the stream and the content has to reflect that. I understand you wanting to see me get tortured by horror games and rage games, but I have every reason as to not want to do that. And look, I'm not calling you out by telling you this. I'm just explaining why I've decided to take a more chill angle. It is because of the fact I was very angry at one point. I was a very angry person at one point, and all I did was act on impulse. And at some point, when I lost the one job that I love the most, I had to reflect and realize that this anger came from trauma. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun having to look back during that time. It wasn't even fun when I lost the job. It wasn't. But you know what? I needed that. I needed that self-reflection in order to pick myself back up. In order to realize what my real problem was. It wasn't with me. It wasn't with myself as a person. It was because of the past. I understand the appeal and the entertainment value behind playing horror games or playing rage games. But from a fundamental standpoint, I'm just not going to do that. I don't want to bring out a side of myself that I want to leave dead and buried. And I'm being completely honest with you when I say that. It's not out of malice. It's not out of frustration. This is just pure honesty. I don't want to be that version of myself anymore. I don't want to be that version of myself ever again. No way, no how. I think that should be enough streaming for tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and close things off here. Thank you everyone for stopping by the stream. Hope you had a great time. And hopefully I'll see you on Monday. Maybe. Y'all have a good night.